a lot of times we feel broken or we feel this one spot of injury. And what we tell people is that you're not broken, you're twisted. And that your body is a chain of muscles, and everything is working to kind of find this balancing pull. So when we get into things like a spiral rotation in foundation training, or a reverse archer, a windmill, a lot of it is playing into what's called the spiral lines of the body. And this is getting into fashion anatomy trains. I don't want to go there because I'm only going to now make myself sound really stupid, because it's a level of doctor stuff that is really difficult to wrap your head around. But the work has a way of, we anchor, we lengthen, and then we're going into these twisting exercises where we, again, focus on the decompression breathing, so that when you're done with these exercises, that you're bringing the muscles into a position where you're balancing the way they pull on the frame. And so, like when we were discussing, kind of you and your stuff, or myself, is a lot of times it's a one-sided thing. And what I say to people is, that's where, like, okay, if I go to somebody and they're going, I got low back pain on this side, or I've got this going on, we're going to go into a unilateral approach. We're going to go into doing single-sided exercises, and we're going to kind of target it with spiraling exercises to work on untwisting the frame.
Yeah.
And then I'll have them move around. And what I look to see is, one, are we getting a shift in symptoms? And two, do I notice a difference in how they're carrying themselves? Am I able to get that one-sided hip hike? Is that coming from, low back muscles? Is that coming from the muscles below the pelvis? But getting into those spiraling exercises plays a pretty significant shift for a lot of people's structure. I had another note, but I'm going blank on it. So it'll come to me, bro. I lost a train of thought there.
No, I think the like rotation itself has really come on my radar a lot lately, in the last couple of years. Oh, did it come back? Go ahead.
Well, that's what I want to touch, because you asked about rotation. And a lot of the rotational exercise we do are again focusing on the very subtle pattern for people that your pelvis is going to dictate rotation. Okay. So like when we go into what's called a woodpecker with rotation, there's these very subtle micro movements that happen. And what you're doing is you're training for people. I see it all the time where people go to rotate and they twist their upper body and their pelvis doesn't move at all. And so a big one for us is training that the pelvis guides rotation and the upper body follows. Because going